Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's we'll be reviewing a fully loaded Ford Ranger Raptor. We're going to see if this is worth the cost. Before we get into this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Large Miller Ford here in Provo for giving me some time with this truck. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. If you have any questions or need any help, just ask for Johnny. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Powering the Ranger Raptor is a turbo 3-liter V6 that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy with this is 16 around town and then 18 on the highway, with power outputs being 405 horsepower and then 430 pound-feet of torque. Before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So first off, this Ranger Raptor is finished in shelter green, which is more brown than green. I mean, you can see a little bit of green hue in it, but it's a very brown green, if I will say so myself. Anyways, really cool hood vents, and then we got the C-shaped lights. And a lot of people commented on my last video where I talked about how I think they should have marker lights because you have the spots for it. I understand that the Ranger Raptor is not 80 inches wide, it's 79 inches, so it's not federally mandated. But if they just put 3 in the grille, that's not breaking any rules. And then also if they made these ampers, also not breaking any rules, and it would look a lot cooler. Anyways, we've got 10.7 inches of ground clearance, you've got skid plate protection, fog lights, all of that, and just a really aggressive looking front end in general. Now around the side here, our tire wheel setup is 285 by 70 by 17 in the front and over in the rear. You can see here with the wheels, bead lock capable, so these are the upgraded wheels you can get with the Ranger Raptor. And then BFGs, so pretty cool tire setup. Big fender flares, you can see big fenders as well. Got the cool vent there on the side. Then you got the Raptor side steps. Then we have the decal here on the back. And then the Ranger Raptor does utilize a coil suspension system as well as Fox shocks. Can't really see anything from the back, but it is an adjustable system. And then here's the side profile with this shelter green Ranger Raptor. Now, taking a look at the key fob, you got the Raptor logo, your lock and unlock function, remote start function as well. And this leads us to the bed. So tailgate is dampened, so it slow lowers down. Got a little ruler there on the end. We've got some outlets here in the back. And then this does have bed liner from the factory. Pretty big bed. It's nice for a mid-sized pickup truck. And then lifting it up, definitely easy. Got the Ford logo, the Raptor logo as well. And then you can see here with the new taillight design. And then I like the exhaust tips. I wish they were blacked out, but they still look cool with the dual exhaust tip setup here with the recovery points and all of that. So putting it all together, let me know what you guys think about the looks, but I think they did a really good job with the Ranger Raptor. Now, taking a look at the door panel here, you can see nice trim throughout. Got a little window control there, plenty of storage down below. But the best part are these seats, so easy to clean. I like the red accenting too. But notice no perforations or anything on these seats. Would be a little bit of a tight fit, but you could fit some car seats here in the back, so it's a family car, right? And then legroom back here, again, not the biggest, but pretty typical for a mid-sized pickup truck. And then you can see we've got some storage there, USB ports and all of that down below. But yeah, that's all for the rear, so see ya. Now taking a look at the front door panel, I like this trim here at the top, it's pretty cool. More soft touch down below, and then this trim is pretty cool, it goes across. Memory seats, oops, didn't mean to lock it. Got blind spot monitoring with the mirrors, all of your window controls, and these mirrors actually do power fold in. And then 1,304 pounds of payload, so this can carry more than enough people and stuff. Got your Raptor logo there, and I like the seat design in general. I think it's pretty nice overall. Adjustments there on the side, and then we've got light controls here, and then more of that trim across the dash. So with the Ranger Raptor, really cool steering wheel. You can see the marker there at the top, and then we've got the Raptor logo down below. Big paddle shifters there on the back for the 10-speed. Got a bunch of practical controls, including adaptive cruise control. You've got your custom R mode. You can also adjust the steering, the suspension, and the exhaust. Now the Ranger Raptor has a full digital gauge cluster, so you can see different bits of information on the truck. Pretty standard stuff, but we've also got some drive modes for all sorts of different conditions, depending on what you're going to be doing with the truck. And it's got a fun animation for them. A 360 camera system as well, good resolution with the camera system. And then we also have an off-road camera for the front, so that's pretty cool. And then this is where the off-road tech is accessed. So we've got front and rear locking diffs, off-road cruise control. It shows you the tire pressure as well. And then you can see the climate controls are always accessible here at the bottom. Heated seats, heated steering wheel, dual zone climate, but then you also have physical climate controls and then a little volume knob as well, so it's interesting. But yeah, easy to use vertical system. I wish that there was more physical buttons, but at least the infotainment system's easy enough to use that it doesn't get in the way too much. So we've got a wireless phone charging pad here, a little USB port. I like the trim on the side. Shifter there for the 10-speed. We've got some cup holders here, parking brake. And then we do have our drive mode and drive line select, so you can see 2-speed transfer case with 4-wheel auto. It's cool. And then you've got all of the different things here for like stability control, auto stop start, and that's just to open up the off-road stuff. Center console, it's got good storage. And then I love this. So nice trim here, but we've got a top glove box, not huge, but then we have a bottom storage area, and then we've got real glove box. So it's nice that you have all of that. Power sliding rear window. It's always a nice feature to have in any truck. And then we got 6 auxiliary switches, so you can add items to the Raptor. So here's a window sticker for this Ranger Raptor. Options, you got the splash guards, you've got the keypad, you've got the beadlock capable wheels and the bed liner, and then we've got the cargo management rails. So this is as loaded up as it gets. $59,815 with all of those options. And let's see how it drives. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's visibility over the hood. Both the mirrors do a blind warning. And throughout the rear. The shifter is very interesting in the Ranger Raptor, but it's cool. But setting off, first thing I want to mention, love the steering wheel. It's definitely got that Raptor feel. I think this might be my favorite Raptor steering wheel out of all of them. They did a really good job with the design and the feel. And speaking of steering, it's got heavier steering, which is a good thing. It makes it feel sportier. And the exhaust definitely sounds sporty as well. So that's a big plus. And this V6, just partial throttle. In the Bronco Raptor, and I own a Bronco Raptor, it feels lackluster. In this, it feels great. It's like the power that the Bronco Raptor should have had. So I'll pop it over into the sport mode here. Makes things a little bit more aggressive. Yeah, this feels so solid. It's just such a nice, that's a good way to put it, just well calibrated feel with everything. I think they spent a lot of time with the Ranger Raptor with making this feel distinctly like a Raptor and then also different from a regular Ranger. I think that was kind of the goal with this truck. But let's see what the acceleration's like. It's quick. It's quick. It's definitely quick. More than enough power. And this handles so well. It feels like a sports car, but it's a pickup truck. So it still has that Raptor thing where the handling's great. And it also has the Raptor thing where you go over like little dips. And now the tires are at pretty high PSI, so you're not gonna get a lot of damping from the tires themselves, but just the shocks and the suspension, it's great. So Ranger Raptor, where does this sit? Looking at the specs, it's got the smallest tires out of a Raptor, but I think this is kind of like in between the Bronco Raptor and the F-150 Raptor, not in terms of pricing, obviously, but you look at it, and this is 79 inches. Bronco Raptor and F-150 Raptor are like 85 inches, so it is narrower than both of them. But lengthwise, the F-150 is like 230 inches roughly. Bronco Raptor is like 190 inches. This is like 210 inches. So it splits the difference between the two in terms of length. And so it's the narrowest Raptor, but it's the second longest, I guess, is a way that you could put it. So it's right in the middle. But overall, I mean, it's a cool truck, and it's the most affordable Raptor. So there's just I don't know, there's a lot going for it. I think that this is, after, you know, someone who's owned Bronco Raptor, F-150 Raptor, driven the Raptor R a couple times, I think this is the Raptor to go for, just because of where it's priced at. If it was more expensive, I would not feel the same way, but sub $60,000 MSRP, I think it makes all the sense. But let me know what you think.